The royal family seem to be as popular as ever, and what with Kate now giving birth to little Prince George, all eyes on her to see how she's going to cope with motherhood. Well, here to shine a little light on all things royal, I'm joined by Katie Nicholl, author of Kate Middleton, the Future Queen. Katie, how is Kate taking to motherhood so far? From what we've seen of her, because she has had a couple of public appearances since the arrival of Prince George, I would say she's looking really happy, confident, easygoing. Is that sort of what you've found so far?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. She looks fantastic. She's regained her figure. I think we see a happiness and a confidence to her that possibly we didn't see before. I think she's really settled into this role. Being a mum is something that she's wanted to be for many years. She's had to put starting a family on hold until her official engagements were out the way. And then she was free to start a family, and they were delighted that they got pregnant so quickly, and she's enjoying every minute, I'm told, of being a new mother, even those long sleepless nights.
Lots of long sleepless nights, even if you are the mum to the future king. She has obviously wanted to be a mum for a long time and has had to put it on hold. How the sort of nanny situation going to be involved with that? Is she going to have a lot of help with bringing up Prince George?
Well, initially William and Kate were reluctant to have a maternity nurse, a royal nanny, someone that I think they felt would encroach on their private space. They turned to Kate's mother, Carol, to help them, certainly in those early weeks after George was born. But they're moving into Kensington Palace, they're taking on more official engagements, Kate's back to work, and I think they've realised that really they can't do it all on their own, and it would be unfair to expect Carol to do everything. So they have recruited William's old nanny, Jessie Webb, who's in her 70s, but I suppose with that comes decades of experience, and a nanny who he loved and looked up to and wanted to bring back into the royal household. So I think you're going to see a combination of Jessie, Carol, and then of course the parents themselves, because William and Kate want to be hands-on.
It sounds like she'd almost take a grandma role, the nanny, you know, slightly older, sort of maternal figure coming back of William's life, which must be really nice for him.
I think that's very important to them. Of course, Carol is always going to be grandmother number one because there isn't Diana here to take on the secondary role. So perhaps that was a consideration, that they didn't necessarily want someone young or some sort of young Mary Poppins nanny from an elite agency. They wanted someone that they could trust, someone that had an experience of being in a royal household, an experience of raising a royal baby, because the nursery of a royal palace is very different from any other nursery.
Do you think there'll be a little brother or sister getting in the mix with Prince George anytime soon?
Well, I think it might be a bit premature to be discussing a second baby. I'm sure it will happen, and actually William said that he wanted 2 children. Maybe there'll be more, and I'm sure there will be a pregnancy announcement, but not right now. I think they're just probably trying to get over having Prince George and those sleepless nights and the constant crying for the time being.
As are we. Katie, thank you so much for talking through Kate Middleton as a mother.